The Trouble with Angels. If you want to keep binge reading Bob and Hannah's adventures right now, you can start, link in show notes, or go to glorythink.substack.com. Or you can also go check out Season 1 Hub, link in show notes, or share Chapter 3 with a friend who loves afterlife bureaucracy, God is out of the office, workplace panic, angels doing insect HR like it's a quarterly report, demons arguing innovation over fancy juice, cosmic paperwork with teeth, good omens adjacent vibes but weirder. And if you want to support our work, there's 80% off for 1 year on our glorious magazine Substack right now through January 31st, 2026. Details in show notes. In Chapter 2, Hannah learned that hell wasn't punishment to angels, it was your afterlife, a polished rehab-style orientation system run by Lucifer Morningstar. She endured surreal training and met unnervingly cheerful staff until her resident angel, Ember, revealed Lucifer had personally requested to see her. Escorted through luxurious white corridors, Hannah finally spotted Bob with Lucifer, overhearing their sincere conversation about soul reclamation and Lucifer's hopeful rebrand. Bob recognized Hannah, invited her on an after-lifetime adventure, and then casually drew a portal in the air with a pencil, warning her to stay close because he had a rat to see about some duct tape, and promising answers once they reached Pierre's. Quick note before we begin, this episode includes themes of death and the afterlife in a satirical, cozy horror way, and also a moment of workplace overwhelm. An angel has a bit of a breakdown under a desk. Take care of yourself while you listen. Welcome back to The Trouble with Angels, the story where the cosmos runs on paperwork and somebody definitely lost the stapler of destiny. Today's episode is Chapter 3, Angelis, Interruptus. We're meeting Luther, Middle-management angel, Insect Division, who is having a totally normal day at work, meaning a horrifying bug prototype has fallen apart on the conference table and God is still missing. So, regular office vibes. Quick note before we begin, this chapter includes a moment of emotional distress. Luther is overwhelmed and cries. If you're in a rough place right now, please take care of yourself first. If you're in the U.S. and need immediate help, you can call or text 988 for the Crisis and Suicide Lifeline. If you're outside the U.S., local crisis lines exist in many countries. Please reach out to whatever emergency or mental health resource is available where you are. All right, grab your fancy juice. Let's go. The Trouble with Angels, Chapter 3, Angelis, Interruptus. Luther was a middle management angel from the Hezekiah sector. They and their team were in charge of watching over insect populations, and when a need arose, encouraging new insect species to form. A fairly cushy job as far as these things go. But lately, with this seeming disappearance of God, Lucifer feared that they and their team were not doing as good a job as they used to under God's direct guidance. Without God around to give final approval or veto new insect species, things were going a bit wonky. When the team tried to make a new insect, it either looked dull and boring, or laughably ridiculous. Luther still shuddered, remembering that creature the team made up in the back room. It had a large scarab-like body with a rainbow sheen on top, gigantic dragonfly wings, 3 different sets of legs from 3 different genus of insects, and for some inexplicable reason they had whitewashed the underside of the body. Before Luther even asked about its purpose, a wing and 2 legs had fallen off. Luther gingerly put this pseudo-insect back down on the table, took a half step back and said, "That is definitely not something the Lord made." Then he backed out of the room and crawled under his desk to weep. After a bit, Janelle gently slipped Luther's Urdu doll under the desk and left them alone. If God did not see fit to offer them comfort, at least they had the doll they had found among the grasslands, when they were a new angel patrolling the land and encouraging young things to grow. How they had enjoyed those times, when they knew their purpose and had no trouble doing it. Now Luther mostly felt lost and adrift, without a clear idea of what they were supposed to be doing or how to accomplish it. Luther was pulled away from their reverie by the sounds of a heated debate between an angel and a demon. These mixers were supposed to be lighthearted and enjoyable, a way to take a rest from the cares and worries of their job assignments, and just enjoy hanging out with old friends, the gorgeous scenery, and the fabulous fruit juices. But of late, more arguments seemed to be breaking out. This particular argument seemed to be about whether it was okay for angels and demons to innovate within their jobs, or if they should stick to their original job descriptions. Estrine, if we stayed with the original job descriptions, the humans would have outpaced us hundreds of years ago. Jafert, all I'm saying is that the all-knowing one gave us instructions for a reason, and if he has not seen the wisdom to change or adjust it, neither should we. I agree that we should keep with the spirit of our assignments and stick with its purpose, but we don't have to stay in the Stone Age to do it. Nowhere in any instructions he who is the creator of worlds gave me was I ever told, and only this with no variance or improvement. Therefore, it's all right for us to adjust with the times. As the humans change, so should we. Please illustrate your point, Jafert. As you wish, Estrine. Once upon a time, my job was to bedevil the humans. I was told by the Most High One to annoy, frustrate, irritate, tempt, and in any way possible to make the humans curse, feel, and act negatively to each other and in general to commit sins. Ages ago, this meant that I poked a human with a stick or sang an irritating, mocking song, and on days I was in my prime, I would even untie the family goat and steer it towards the fields to wreak havoc. I dare you to poke a human with a stick these days. He'll shoot at you or punch you and steal your shoes. You've got to change with the times, or you will no longer be doing your job correctly. Next time on The Trouble with Angels. Bob said he had to see a rat about some duct tape, and unfortunately for Hannah's nervous system, he was not kidding. Because Pierre isn't just any rat. Pierre lives under Old Paris, runs a whole little commodity empire through wormholes, and somehow seems practically immortal to anyone who doesn't know the trick. But before Pierre was a legend, he was lonely. One day, a wormhole opened into a 12th century abbey garden, where a child in rags was tending cabbages and quietly wishing, desperately, to be loved without being hurt. Pierre made her a promise, and that promise became a path home. Chapter 4. The Lost Child's Path Home. In a world of darkness, one rat's vow leads her to the light. You've been listening to The Trouble with Angels by Glory Fink. If you're struggling or feel unsafe, you don't have to handle it alone. In the U.S., you can call or text 988 for the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. In Canada, call or text 988 as well. In the UK and ROI, Samaritans are available at 116-123. In Australia, Lifeline is 131114. If you're in immediate danger, call your local emergency number, please. Please stay safe. You matter, I know, because I've personally been there in the darkness before, my darling readers and listeners. And if you want to help this story keep finding its people, you could tap the heart button, engagement is magic, leave a comment. Luther will try to file it properly, but Bob will absolutely staple it to the wrong form on purpose. Toss a coin in the coffee fund, divine contributions welcome. And you can also check us out at Ko-fi, Venmo, and Cash App, links in the show notes. Your support keeps indie storytelling caffeinated, chaotic, and just angelic enough. Stay tuned for The Trouble with Angels at Glorious Magazine, link in show notes. Stay connected with the Coffee Bunny Crafters Cafe, link in show notes. And you can find me, Glory Fink, as at Glory Writes the Blues on social media. Blue Sky, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, TikTok, and Threads. All right, drink your juice. Avoid prototype insects. Thanks for listening. I'll see you in Chapter 4. Goodbye.